So why do we like Notion so much, and how can you use it to organize your digital clutter? Here's our beginner's guide to Notion. When you log onto Notion for the first time, after you've signed up for a free account with our link in the description, you're offered to have a few templates added to your workspace. We suggest declining the offer for now, but don't worry because the templates can still be accessed in the future if you really need them. In this case, we'll also delete the Get Started page so that we can have a completely blank slate to work with. Now we can create our very first page on Notion. With a blank page, Notion looks and functions just like a regular word processor or note-taking app. Enter a name or title for the page and you can start typing away. The first thing that sets Notion apart from other apps is blocks. Everything in Notion is housed inside of a block. A block can be something simple like text or headings, or they can be checkboxes, bullet points, numbered lists, quotes, toggles, you can also add images, bookmarks, videos, audio. A block can even be a new page, and you can nest pages within pages. There are a bunch of other blocks, but our favorite of all is the database block, but we'll get into that a little later. You can move a block around. You can select multiple blocks and move them together. You can also reposition blocks to create new columns. You can start to see how Notion isn't just a simple word processor or note-taking app. It's a blank canvas that can take many shapes depending on what you want the page to be. As a case study tutorial for this guide, we'll start by building a list of our favorite movies and TV series, along with shows that we'll be saving to watch later. First, we're gonna create a new page and call it What to Watch. And why not add a popcorn icon to make it a little more visually distinct. Next, I'm going to populate the list with some of our favorite movies and TV series, and also some new shows that we would like to watch. Here we have the most basic checklist that dumps both movies and TV shows into one. This could frankly use some organizing, so let's try to make it a little better. Let's create two headings, one called Movies, the other called TV Series, and form two columns. The items in the list that are movies will go into the Movies column, and the TV shows will go into the TV Series column. Now there is clearer separation between movies and TV shows. We can also add a few finishing touches for a bit of visual flair and usability. A cinema emoji for the movies heading and a TV emoji for the TV series heading. We'll also create template buttons so that new checkboxes will be added automatically. Now we have a slightly more organized list. We can quickly come into this page and add items to the list. Once we've completed a movie or TV series, we can just check them off the list. This probably works well enough for most people, but what if we can take it up another notch? One of our favorite features of Notion is the implementation of databases. A database is simply a table where we can add certain properties to items on the list so that we can easily filter or sort them in the future. Let's just go ahead and create a database block. We'll create two properties, a column called status to indicate whether we have already watched a show or not, and a column called type to differentiate between movies and TV series. Next, we'll add the list of movies into our database and tag them as movies. And then we'll add the TV shows and tag them with TV series. And we'll just tag all of them appropriately to indicate shows that we've not started, the shows that we're in the middle of watching, shows where we're waiting for the next season, and shows that we've already completed. Now we have a simple, organized library of movies and TV shows. If you're not a fan of this spreadsheet look, you can choose to display this database in other views. Let's create a board view and call this view TV series. Our list is now categorized in columns according to their status. Let's also add a filter to this view. We want it to only show us TV shows and not movies. Now, whenever we come into our What to Watch page and select the TV series view, it will only show us TV shows. And as we binge watch, we can drag items around to change their status until they're completed. You may not need a sophisticated way to keep track of movies and TV shows, but these same concepts can be used to organize all types of other information, like this What to Cook list and this What to Read list. When you get familiar with Notion and databases, you can easily do some pretty cool stuff too. Let's say that every Sunday, we want to sit back, relax, and find something to do to entertain ourselves. Read a new book, try a new recipe, or watch a movie. For that, we can create a new page called Sunday Fun Days and create 3 sections: Read, Cook, and Watch. In each of the sections, we'll use a feature in Notion called Create Linked Database to pull information from the respective lists. A linked database is basically a mirrored, synchronized copy of the original database. And what we can do is set up each of these linked databases to show us the books that we have not read from our What to Read list, recipes that we have not tried from our What to Cook list, and movies that we have not watched from our What to Watch list. Now we can come to this one Sunday Fun Day page and have a quick overview of how we can spend our Sundays. This is just a silly, hypothetical use case scenario, but the ability to pull information from different sources and display only the things that we want to see, how we want to see it, has been truly a game changer for us in how we organize our information. The way that our Notion workspace is set up is constantly evolving and getting more and more efficient over time. Although it can be a little complex and maybe too much information to dive into for this video. But that's what we like about Notion. You can start with a workspace that's as simple and straightforward as you need, and then build it up to be as complex and fanciful as you want. At the time of uploading this video, all of us will be looking ahead to the new year. If you're looking for new tools to organize your life, or tools to set and track your goals for 2021, we would highly recommend giving Notion a shot. If we had discovered Notion earlier, we would also have loved to use it to plan our home renovation, plan our wedding, or to plan itineraries for holiday trips. For any other use cases that you can think of, from habit tracking to fitness tracking, Chances are there are built-in or community templates for those. But our advice is to make sure not to fall into the trap of overthinking, overplanning, and overcomplicating things like we did when we first discovered Notion. Start simple and slowly build up your digital organizer according to your needs. Best of all, Notion is free for personal use, so give it a try and make sure to sign up for an account with our link in the description. If you found this video helpful, do hit the like button and let us know in the comments if you would like to see more content about organizing and decluttering your digital data. Happy New Year everyone, and we'll see you again in 2021.